starting off with my Grimer's white face paint, and this is just going to be the base of the look. Oh, already got a little bit on my nose. So this is just going to be the base, and we're just going to stir a little bit. Make sure we get plenty of product on the actual brush itself, because we want it to be a nice white solid base. Right, and then we'll just start. So if you can see how thick it is, that is because we've put plenty on the brush, and then this should help for more of a seamless finish as well. As you can see, I've left a part of it where it's completely free from white face paint, and that is because I'm going to be applying this lovely little template that I created earlier onto my lips like this. And then any areas that are showing, I will just be going over with a little bit of white paint. I've also got some red contact lenses as well to pop in. So first things first, I'm going to add a little bit of the liquid latex onto the back of my template. So just like so. I have already started adding a little bit to it, and we want that to dry for about a minute or so before we apply it to the skin, just to make sure that it does stick properly and that it's got a firm hold to it. If you try and stick it on too soon, you will find that it will just fall off and it won't seal properly. You can use a hairdryer to help dry liquid latex quicker, so if ever you were doing any wound looks at all and you needed a bit more of a faster drying time, you can just use a hairdryer and that helps so much. Or you could get like one of them little handheld fans that people use to dry the setting spray and dry the makeup and stuff like that. That's also a really good thing to use for your liquid latex too, in order to help it to dry fast. Otherwise you're usually waiting for about 5 to 10 minutes for just one layer to dry. But for the purpose of this being quite a small piece, we are going to let it dry by air, because I don't want the hairdryer to rip it or affect it or shape it differently to how I'm wanting it shaped. We'll just flap it around a little bit. Give it a little blow. And once that starts feeling tacky, just like the spirit gum, whenever we use spirit gum, or it starts feeling a bit more elasticated on the side instead of feeling wet, you can then apply it to your skin. This needs a little bit more drying time, so I shall be right back. I'll get this washed off my hands and I'll be right back. So I've got my hands washed, well, partly washed. So this should be dry enough now for me to be able to stick on to my lips, so we're just going to be sticking it around this area. And we want to hold that on for a good couple of minutes. Just bear with me for the rest of the video because I might not be able to talk as much. This is the main part of the look, so you'll just have to bear with me. I might end up having to do a voiceover for the last part of my video, So we're just going to hold this on quickly. So now that the moth has dried, we are going to go around the edges with some more white face paint, and this is just going to help clean up the look a little bit and give it more smoother edges. We are now going in with my NYX SFX paint stick, and we are just running it across the waterline in my eyes. And now we're going to do it on the other eye. And perfect, that's given us a wonderful white look. And then we're just going to do a little pause and have a little Vogue moment. So now I'm going in and I'm setting the white face paint with my Milani powder. Forgot what you called it then. So we're just going to set all the face paint, and then once we've set the face paint, we'll be going in with a little bit of contour from my LA Splash palette. And I absolutely love this palette, as you can tell by the shade that's been used quite a lot. Also the mirror's broken, sadly. I don't know how I broke it, but somehow I broke it. So now we are just going to be contouring our cheeks, and then we will be contouring the temples and the top area of our forehead, just to give it a little bit of definition. And now that that's done, we are gonna pop in the contacts. Yes, it's a little bit crazy that I've decided to put my contacts in once I've done my look, but for some reason I always seem to do that. I never put them in at the start, I always put them in once I've finished my look, and I do end up needing to touch up areas, so maybe I should start putting it on the start, start putting them in before I start my look. So the first one's in, and as you can tell, my eye is watering a little bit from the contact solution, and we are now going to put in the second one. To be honest, this has probably been one of the fastest contact lenses applications I've ever done. Usually I really struggle getting them in, but these went in pretty smoothly, to be fair, compared to normal. Now that we've put the contacts in, I'm just gonna go over my moth with some more face paints just to help brighten up certain areas of it, and then we will be going on the black with another SFX stick from NYX, which would be the black version. So we're just going to touch up those edges nicely, and this is just going to bring a bit more brightness to the moth itself. As you can tell from colouring it in with pencils, as you do, the colours aren't as bright, so this is just going to help make them pop a little bit more. I did draw the template all by hand, and I drew it on card, and then I cut it out. I drew the designs on the moth itself. As you can tell, it is a deaf moth from the head, because deaf moths usually have the little skull in the centre of the head. And I love drawing this, to be honest. It's a really easy template to do, so I know I haven't done a tutorial on it, but it is so easy. It really is easy to do a template like this. I'm just going in with some red now, just on the edges and the corners, just like that. And then once we've done the edges, we will be then going in with the black. And as you can tell, by adding that extra little bit of colour, it's generally made it pop a lot more. And we've got a little bit more texture on there as well, because we've not only used one form of media, we've used multiple forms of media while we've created this moth. So I'm just going in on the edges like so, just to help give the outer edges a little bit more definition, and then it means that it won't disappear so much into the white. And we'll just do the little bits of detail on the wings below. Oh, I had an issue with my contacts then. Couple more touch-ups with the black here and there, and the look is complete. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching my video, like and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you in the next one.